Snax on Sports. Yeah, Snax on Sports. I'm back. We back, man. Y'all know I had to come rep for my guy, man. You know what I mean? The guy, man, Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? Steph Curry is the three-point king. Yes, he is. Salute to Steph Curry for making history last night. You know what I mean? Salute to Steph for making history last night, man. Becoming the all-time three-point leader and field goals made, man. Passing Ray Allen, you know what I mean? Who passed Reggie Miller about a day ago. To be honest with you, man, it ain't really too much that needs to be said. You know what I mean? It's just a video, you know what I mean, that I gotta do, you know what I mean? Because, you know, this man just made history last night. And I'm now, you know, entrenched in this sports media or whatnot. So I gotta talk about this, but it really ain't nothing for me to say, to be honest with you. The boy is the greatest shooter of all time. We already knew this. We didn't need for him to break this record to actually be crowned as the greatest shooter of all time. We all knew this for years now. Y'all talking about it. So Steph changed the game, man. You know what I mean? He's changed the game. You know, I hear a lot of these motherfuckers, they be on TV talking about how much the game has changed and, you know, and he, you know, but a lot of times they fail to say he changed it. Not that they fail to say that he changed it, but sometimes when they making certain arguments and talking about, you know, the three-point shot and how it has changed the game, when they talking about Steph, you know, and making an argument, it'll be, you know, how much the game has changed and they didn't shoot the three back like that back in the day or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Well, he changed it. He's the reason why. You know what I'm saying? So it was a beautiful scene last night. At MSG, you feel me? Would have loved for him to do it here at home in the Bay, but if you can't do it at home in the Bay, there's no other place to do it than Madison Square Garden. You know what I mean? All the love they showed this man, you know, for doing what he did. It was a beautiful thing. It was just a beautiful motherfucking thing. So, you know, now that this is out, and now he's gonna make history every time he make a three now. I think we finna get ready to see Steph Curry go supernova, like straight the fuck up. You know what I mean? Because he ain't been shooting well the past 4 or 5 games, man. And I know it's because this been in the back of his mind. He been saying that, you know, it ain't in the back of his mind. That's bullshit. It's been in the back of his mind. It's no way it's no way that he could not have been thinking about this. You know what I mean? Once it got to a realistic point where he could break this record, meaning, you know, a couple games ago when all he needed was 16 to break it. Once it got to that point, from then on, all the way up until last night, I feel like it became a you know, a little bit of a burden, and you could tell it started weighing on the team too, because, you know, if you really looking at it, when you really look at it, we hadn't really been moving the ball how we usually move the ball. I mean, at times, yeah, but you got to really look and pay attention to the games and look at the numbers to really see that over the past 4 or 5 games, our assist numbers is down. You know, we right around 30 assists a game. You know what I mean? Assist numbers been down. All that, you know what I mean? It's because the team has been so focused on trying to get this man this record so we can move on past this. But now that he's got it, I feel like he finna go supernova. The team finna go ape shit. You feel me? And because there's been a weight lifted off his shoulders now. You know what I mean? Being able to get this record behind him now. You feel me? So he got the record. Now he even said it himself. He'll even call himself the greatest shooter of all time now. He said he didn't want to do it before he got this record just because, like, but now that he got it, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying he gonna walk around every time somebody put a mic in front of his face and be bragging about he the greatest shooter of all time, but he's just saying now he's willing to acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? And even agree with it. So we all know Steph humble. Sometimes I feel like he too humble. Now he ain't humble on the court, especially when he get to hitting them threes. You know what I mean? You not humble when you shoot a three and you know you so confident that the motherfucker finna go in the basket that you don't even sit there and watch it go through the basket. You shoot the motherfucker and immediately, you know what I mean, get back on defense. Don't even look to see if the motherfucker go in the rim, because you know it's gonna go in the rim. That's some cocky ass shit. I don't give a damn what nobody say. That's American ass shit. But it takes that level of cockiness, of arrogance, of belief in yourself to become a Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, well deserved. All the love and adulation they were showing this man last night. They stopped the game about 10-15 minutes, it seemed like, and one of my homies commented on one of my homies commented on one of the posts from the NBA this morning or last night. Usually either the post from the NBA or the Warriors Instagram, one of them. And one of the homies was like, man, they stopped the game for like 10 minutes. I commented up under his comment like, yeah, as they should have. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, they damn near should have just been like, all right, you know what? That's it. Record, game over, Warriors win. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, just having fun with the joking and shit. But, man, but we can keep going out. I keep talking. They stopped the game and acknowledged my guy, and like I said, as they should have, and you know, gave him his just due. You know, I even seen Skip Bayless this morning, who has become one of the biggest Steph Curry haters. Not LeBron James level of hate, but just knowing what he see, but still not wanting to fully give him his credit, because once you start ascending like Steph Curry is, now you're threatening the legacies of other motherfuckers. Not that you're threatening their legacies, but it's hard for, you know, somebody like Skip Bayless to say, you know, like what Stephen A said last week, that Steph is entering that Jordan atmosphere, that Jordan realm of, not saying that he's just, you know, gonna be better than Jordan or nothing like that, because he won't, but just the fact that, like, his impact on the game, the level of fear that he instills in the opposition. Not fear like they scared, or, you know, they scared of the nigga or some shit like that. But, you know, a lot of niggas were scared of Jordan. But just fear of knowing that, man, man, a lot of the times we could do everything that we could do everything to stop this man, and it still don't be working. So just from that standpoint, it's just like, man, we may, you know, throw the kitchen sink at this nigga, and it still may not work. So, you know what I mean? Stay on this nigga. Watch this nigga. You know what I mean? We can't let this nigga go off, and he still go off. So when Stephen A said that, you know, last week, and, you know, everybody, you know, Skip Bayless, oh, it's so disrespectful to. No, it's not disrespectful, bro. It's not down in Jordan. It's up in Curry. You know what I mean? To say he's entering a point like now in his career where it's like it's undeniable the impact that he's had, you know, on the game, and just you know, or yes, you know what? Stephen A did say something similar, but who I'm talking about is Steve Kerr. That's really what I'm talking about when Steve Kerr said last week that he's entering that Jordan, and Steve Kerr wouldn't know what the fuck he talking about. He did win 3 championships with Michael Jordan. So he never said he's better than Michael Jordan or nothing like that. What he's saying is a player of that caliber doing the type of incredible things that Steph Curry has done and continues to do, it just starts to look ordinary. You know what I mean? It starts, and that's where Jordan was at, to where every night he would do something like that you never seen before, or something that's just so amazing, but it almost was like it became ho-hum. Like, we expect this shit, and to expect that from a player is just, it shows and just validates, you know, how you know, their greatness, man. You know what I mean? Because, like, to be that, players doing the types of things that Michael Jordan, Steph Curry, and, you know, Kobe Bryant, and, you know, players of that caliber have done. I mean, that's what makes them those type of players, is that they're able to do it consistently every night, time and time again, over and over again. Not just 1, 2, 3, you know, a couple nights out of a year, or have a good year, or maybe a year or two, and then, you know, you kind of, you know, fall off the map. Or, nah, these motherfuckers is doing this shit every night, you know what I'm saying, of the motherfucking year, 82 games a season, damn near, and for, you know, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 plus years, man. You know what I mean? Just consistent greatness. You know what I'm talking about? So, you know, I could go on and on talking about Steph, man. You know, but Skip, you know, Skip, you know, and then the fact that he believes that Kevin Durant is the best player in the league, and this and that and blah blah blah, and really it's a, you know, his thing be with Shannon Sharp, the KD versus LeBron thing. But, you know, Steph Curry is always it's like this little nigga, like we not even, you know, like Skip Bayless is looking at it like, I'm not even really talking about this nigga, of like focused on this nigga like that, and here this nigga come again. You know what I'm saying? And it hurts him and his argument. He want to be right. These motherfuckers on TV want to be right. They don't give a fuck about what they see and what, you know what I mean, what their eyes is telling them. You know what I mean? It's all about being right. I want to be right. I said Kevin Durant is the greatest player in the NBA, and he is the reason for those last 2 Warriors championships, and blah, blah, blah. But Steph Curry just keeps showing you that you're wrong, nigga. He already beat the Nets. Y'all thought the Brooklyn Nets was going to be all this and all that and blah, 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 blah. And what happened? What's happening? What's happening? You know what I'm saying? What's happening, man? What's happening is that you can't predict what the fuck gonna happen in sports. That's what the fuck is happening. And what's happening also is that you motherfuckers counted Steph Curry and the Warriors out. And also, you motherfuckers continue to not give him and this team and our dynasty they full credit for whatever reason. For whatever reason. And I think some of the reason is just due to the fact that, you know, he came from nowhere. He wasn't expected to have this type of career. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Warriors, we was shit for so long. We weren't expected to be what we is. Steph Curry is the reason for all of this, man. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to, you know, get that hate out your heart, man, and just, and hey, he the same level and caliber of player of that LeBron James is. Same level. I don't give a damn what nobody say. You feel me? He the same caliber player. Then beat the nigga 3 times in the finals out of 4. Motherfuckers say, oh, well, he had Kevin Durant. Bro, Kevin Durant came to Steph Curry team, my nigga. That's what y'all niggas, I don't be understanding. Like, Kevin Durant came to Steph Curry team where they had already won a championship and already was doing historical legendary shit, breaking Bulls records and all that type of shit. This nigga is on the Jordan type level, nigga. He didn't broke a record that Jordan, like, come on, man. Y'all just, what it is like I said, y'all didn't expect for this to happen like this. And y'all didn't expect for this to happen like this. And y'all didn't expect Steph Curry doesn't seem like that type of, you know, a lot of people say with the height and the size and all that. That's true to some degree, but for me, it's less than that. But that got something to do with it because most of the players on that level is, you know, 6'6", 6'7", or taller. You know what I mean? Wing players. You know what I mean? Or something like, or big man. You know what I mean? But, you know, you got a few small greats. I mean, you got a lot of small greats, you know, a lot of great point guards, but just as far as like truly legendary point guards, like a small, you know, point guards like a Steph Curry or Isaiah Thomas, Allen Iverson, and I'll throw players like John Stockton in there. John Stockton was great. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Now he may not be the same level of like talent as like a Steph Curry or Isaiah Thomas or something like that, but he's the same player, same level of caliber player for the most part. You know what I mean? As far as what he brought to his team and winning. You know what I mean? And that's one thing you motherfuckers forget. It's about winning. I understand they didn't win no championship. The Jazz didn't win no championship, but they didn't win the championship because they ran into Michael Jordan 2 times. Ain't no shame in losing to the greatest player of all fucking time. So Michael Jordan prevented a lot of motherfuckers from winning championships. So, and vice versa, y'all want to put LeBron on that nigga level, he ain't preventing nobody from not winning championships. Everybody winning championships on his motherfucking watch. Yeah. So, all right, but it ain't about him. So, it's about my nigga Steph and the greatness of him and everything he's done, man, and how he's changed the game and revolutionized the game and won championships while doing it. Winning MVPs while doing it. So, you know, Steph Curry, he get another championship, which I believe he will get this year, or at least one within the next couple years. I believe, I'm with Stephen A. I think they're going to win 2 out of the next 3, possibly. You know what I'm saying? They may 3-peat. You know, I'm getting ahead of myself with all that, but they definitely going to win at least 1 more championship in the next 2-3 years. I'm willing to bet my money on that, barring injury, you know, and you know, everybody got to stay healthy. But if everybody stay healthy, you know, for the most part, and no more key injuries to our big injuries to our, you know, to our core and our key players, we're going to get a championship. You know what I mean? Within the next 2 or 3 years. It's just going to happen. So that'll be 4 championships. Most likely he's going to win the MVP this year. Now, he's had a rough go of it the last week or 2 as far as shooting. You know what I mean? And his scoring has been down a little bit. He's probably averaging only maybe 22 or 23 points the past week or so. You know what I mean? So his average is dropping a little bit. his scoring average. He's at 27 now. He was at 29.30. Now he's at 27. Really 26.9, but I'll round it out to 27. And Kevin Durant, you know, has raised his scoring, you know, a little bit. But you know, it's the reason for me why Steph Curry is still the MVP is because it's out of necessity. For like, Kevin Durant ain't got no choice. Like, Steph Curry has the luxury, bro. Now if you take him off the team, they not as good, but he makes everybody else so much better that sometimes, a lot of times they sometimes early in the season, like the first 10, 15 games, they was blowing a lot of motherfuckers out. Like, the game's been a little bit closer the past couple weeks, but you know, as it's supposed to be, they ain't gonna just blow everybody out. But shit, nigga, the first month of the year, they was looking like the 2015, 2016 Warriors. I mean, they still looking like that. I'm just saying, as far as blowing teams out, and Steph Curry not even have to play like the whole fourth quarter. So a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, you know, some of his scoring been down, you know, because of that. But so you know, the other player, you know, our role players and stuff like that, they've been stepping up, doing what they supposed to do. To where Kevin Durant, they team, the Nets aren't as deep as y'all thought that they were possibly going to be. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, Kevin Durant got to do a little more. And then he don't really make teammates better. I'm not saying it like, because he a bucket getter. That's what he do. He get buckets. You know what I mean? He a straight up baller, man. You feel me? That's Kevin Durant. That's KD. But I'm just saying, to me, why I feel like Steph Curry is the better player, you know what I'm saying? Is because, I'm saying, if we talking NBA, we talking about 5-on-5 NBA. In team wise and winning and who impacts winning more, Steph Curry is the better player. Now if you want to talk about one-on-one, I mean, the NBA ain't one-on-one, bro. So ain't nobody got no championships, no MVPs, no type of records or nothing in one-on-one basketball. You know what I mean? You know, go play amateur league or something for that. I'm talking about in the NBA, where you make yourself a legend. 5-on-5 basketball. To me, I'm taking Steph Curry over Kevin Durant because, for one, how great of a player he is, and Kevin Durant is great too, but how his play impacts winning. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Durant impacts winning as well. I just don't think he impacts it as great, you know, as much as Steph Curry. And I feel like I got the stats to show it and to prove it. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Kevin Durant came to his team. Regardless of if they, you know, they wanted it, you know, Steph Curry and Draymond Green and Steve Kerr and all that. They wanted Kevin Durant, and so did Kevin Durant want to go to Golden State. He knew he wanted to go to Golden State when Steph Curry bust their ass in that Saturday night primetime game in the regular season in 2016 when that nigga went for 48 and hit them and hit that dagger shot damn near from half court. Mike Breen, bang! Yeah, y'all remember? So when that shit happened, Kevin Durant said, yeah, I'm going to Golden State. You know what I'm saying? That's where the fuck I'm going. So him and Draymond had already been talking about it. So, yeah, man. So I say all that to say, and how that relates to what I got off topic. What I was trying to say was about Skip Bayless was, even Skip Bayless in his hating ways have, you know, gave Steph Curry his props this morning. He even said that was, for him, that was the second greatest moment in sports that he has ever witnessed, outside of something else, I think. I forgot what the other thing was, but it was, you know, he old as fuck. So he talking about some shit that he seen when he was like 15, 16, back in the whatever 60s or whatever. That was now I think it has something to do with his, you know, his college, Vanderbilt or some shit. So, but He said he thinks that this has catapulted Steph Curry into another level. You know what I mean? And sometimes officially having a record or officially achieving something will do that, to where people already know that you that type of player anyway, or you know what I mean, or you on that type of level anyway. But when you break a record, or when you, and I mean, they've broken many records. I mean, it's all type of records. The Warriors and Steph Curry in this run, you know, since 14-15, man. I mean, they broke all type of records. I mean, this is, y'all not understanding, bro. But you know, a lot of times you don't understand shit that's going on. I mean, people understand, but y'all don't really understand what's going on right now. Like, they gonna have a movie about the Warriors, about this era of the Warriors. I mean, like, on you know what I mean, on some Last Dance kind of shit. Like, this is some legendary shit that we seeing, man, from Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors, and Klay Thompson as well, and Draymond Green as well, Steve Kerr as well. So Steph Curry get another championship this year, or you know, before the end of his career. I believe it's gonna be this year, but he get another championship. That's 4. That would be 4. He's going to get the MVP, the Finals MVP. Since y'all, I don't give a fuck, you know, that Finals MVP. Like, y'all put too much weight on that shit. Like, that's the only argument that y'all have when y'all trying to down Steph Curry. Who won the Finals MVP? Who won the Finals MVP? Y'all overrate that shit too much. Like, so how do you give a Finals MVP more credit than an actual championship? And what I mean by saying that is, y'all give Kevin Durant, or most people, dummies, you know what I mean, most dummies, I should say, gives Kevin Durant, like, y'all want to give him like he was the driving factor, and you know, in the, you know, of you know, those championships, those last 2 championships that the Warriors got. Give him the credit for the Finals MVPs and all that, but Steph Curry won a whole nother championship without this man. And that's the MVP that he should have been the Finals. He could have been the Finals MVP in 2018 too. To me, that 18 Finals, that was a toss-up between him and Kevin Durant. The 17 one, I'll give it to Kevin Durant just because of his numbers was a little better. Steph Curry fucking balled out. I mean, he fucking balled out in both them Finals, nigga. And because he didn't get the Finals MVP, y'all act like he didn't do nothing. Steph Curry balled the fuck out. Go back and look at the numbers, my nigga. I mean, that's Finals MVP caliber, you know. So, and that first one that they gave to Iggy, I mean, that was a mistake, man. So if he get another championship, he's going to get the MVP. I don't give a damn. He could average 17 points a game and shoot 35% from 3-point range in the Finals, and they could barely win it in a 7-game series against somebody. And he's going to get the MVP because they know they owe him that. They owe him that. I mean, come on, man. Like, he's the MVP. I don't give a fuck about something that somebody else did. Like, you know, Andre Iguodala played a intricate role in being he hit big shots in that series. You know, his average was up, you know, a little bit. He did average 17 points that series. Steph Curry averaged 26, but whatever. And he did a good job on LeBron James. He didn't stop him or no shit like that, because, you know, LeBron James played so well that series, they was trying to give him the fucking Finals MVP. You know what I'm saying? But he played good in moments, and he had good, you know, deflections, and he made it tough for him, you know, in moments. LeBron wasn't very efficient shooting. You know what I mean? He had his stats and all that was great. Damn near averaged a triple-double that series. But if he didn't average a triple, he might have averaged a triple-double. I forget. But Andre made it hard on him. But man, I don't give a damn what nobody say. Take Andre Iguodala off that team. Do they win the championship? Maybe not. You know what I'm saying? They may lose. They may lose that, you know, that Finals. but they still at least if you take Iggy off that team, they still are a very good team. They still maybe even get to the finals or at least make a deep run in the playoffs. Okay, you take Steph Curry off that team, they a lottery team. So that's my point in what I'm saying, man. Like, Steph Curry has always been the MVP of this team. Even when we had Kevin Durant, he's always been the MVP. The stats prove it. The win-loss percentage proves it. All of that. Like I said, go back and go check the win-loss record when Kevin Durant was here, right? When the games when he was here, and but he didn't play, but Steph played, and then go look at the winning percentage for when Steph didn't play and he played. Okay, all the numbers, the stats, the shooting percentages, all the stats across the board says that we are at our best, and we were at our best when Steph Curry is on the court, regardless of Kevin Durant is there. Okay, we had a better win percentage when Steph Curry played and Kevin Durant did versus when Kevin Durant played and Steph Curry didn't. Okay, we had the way the team still looked like the Warriors when Kevin Durant didn't play when he was here, but Steph Curry did. When Steph Curry didn't play and Kevin Durant did, not saying that they was a bad team, they were still a good team. They weren't a dynamic team, though. Without Steph Curry and when Kevin Durant was here, they would still win. They wouldn't win at the same clip, but they would still, win more than they would lose, but it wouldn't look the same. They look just like a normal NBA basketball team that was really good. But when Steph was out there, it's like a whole different dynamic, man. It's like he just the what's the word? His pull, the gravity, of him being on the court. Just, the wide open layups that last night against the Knicks, like, it's 4 motherfuckers going at Steph Curry to where Draymond Green just got a lane to the basket for an easy dunk. And this happens 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times a game, man. You know what I'm saying? To where somebody is getting a wide open layup because the team is so focused on stopping Steph Curry. Like, so I'm just saying, man, Steph is deserving of everything that he gets because he's earned it. He's worked for it. Ain't nobody gave him shit. He had a good start by having Dale Curry as his father. You know what I'm saying? But to become what he's become, man, and for all my people out in YouTube land that sees this, for y'all, for all the people that's not from the Bay, like, I'm telling you, man, to be able to watch this team and to be able to watch him every night, you know what I'm saying? Like on a gamely basis, on a year to year, like I'll say this: when we got Kevin Durant, I never miss a Warriors game, right? But when we got Kevin Durant, I made it a point that, like, that whole, I want to say, okay, we had Kevin Durant for 3 years. Like, those first 2 years, I didn't miss not one Warriors game. Not one. I made it. It may be some games where, I wasn't, maybe I had some other shit to do, so maybe I wasn't able to be there right at the start of the game, or something like that. So I may miss parts of the game. But I had seen with my own eyes. Somebody calling me. I had seen with my own eyes some part of every Warrior game for like 2.5 years straight. You know what I mean? And even now, you know what I mean? Like, if I still don't miss no Warriors game. I think the only time I missed a few Warriors games, Steph, this is what I mean, and even more. And I've been a Warriors fan my whole life, and that's the reason why I'm saying all this. Like, I feel so lucky, and like Warriors fans, we're so lucky to be able to have this man, you know what I mean, as the leader of our franchise, man, to have had him come through here. And because I already know, ain't no more Steph Curry's coming through here. Like, this it. You know what I mean? It's like once Michael Jordan left the Bulls, that's it. I mean, you might have some moments after that, like, Derrick Rose and his little run with the Bulls, and, they got a good team right now and all the other shit. All the other shit ain't gonna never be like Michael Jordan again. You ain't gonna never get no shit like that. So that shit just ain't gonna happen. So I understand that, and I'm perfectly fine with it, because Steph Curry is a once in a lifetime type player. You know what I mean? So I tell niggas and some of my fellow Warriors fans, some of the homies, like, hey, cherish this shit, bro, because once this nigga gone, that's it. That's it, brother. You know what I mean? Now, what the Warriors have shown is that they know how to develop talent. They know how to draft, and they know how to develop talent. So we got a good young core that I feel like can still be good, can still be a good team, going forward after Steph, Clay, and Dre. It ain't gonna be nothing like how it is now. Like, that's just that's just fantasy talk. You know what I mean? If you thinking that, that this shit is gonna continue like this, because Steph Curry is what makes it like this. So once he done, I mean, it's a wrap. I feel like he got another 4-5 years of prime Steph Curry left. Another solid 4-5 years. You know what I'm saying? 3 years for sure. You know what I mean? Not counting this year. So next year, a year after that, and the year after that, for sure, he's still gonna be at the top of his game. You know what I mean? But I say he got another 3 to 5 years of prime. You know what I mean? I know he's 33 right now, about to be 34. So I'm gonna say, damn, when you saying shit, he gonna damn near be still playing like this until he almost 40. Yeah, he will. You know what I'm saying? He may lose a little bit of a step. You know what I'm saying? To where he may not be as quick. But he's still gonna be Stephing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So Steph is unbelievable, man. And like I said, it makes it even sweeter that I'm able to watch this every night, because he played for my team. I remember being a Warriors fan as a kid, but also because I always rooted for one or two teams. That I always had the home team. The Niners, Warriors, Giants. Them is always my teams. Always. Since birth, since I was able to know what sports is. Barry Bonds, that's my favorite player of all time. Jerry Rice, Steve Young, that era, Joe Montana. I didn't really. I know about Joe Montana, but I didn't really see those Super Bowls, or really was paying attention at that time. You know what I mean? I started paying attention right when the Cowboys was doing their thing in the early 90s. You know what I'm saying? And that's when, because I got into sports young, because I started playing basketball young. So 92, 93, when I'm 9, 10 years old, you know what I'm saying? That's when I got into paying attention to sports that early. You know what I'm saying? And so, but the Warriors wasn't shit at that time. So, and for most of my life, we wasn't shit. So we always had, I grew up playing basketball, so we always had favorite players from other teams and shit. My favorite player was B.J. Armstrong. A lot of motherfuckers don't know who B.J. Armstrong is. He was a key role player in the first 3 Chicago Bulls championships. You know what I mean? They said him and Jordan was like best friends on the team and all that shit. But so hence that's where the name B-Jada come from. Because when I was a kid playing basketball, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I was like the BJ Armstrong on my team. You know what I mean? Role player, shooter, you know what I mean? And so my nigga Calvin Brown, shout out Twin Calvin, who was our point guard, you know what I mean? I was like the shooting guard, backup point guard, you feel me? But Calvin gave me that name. He started calling me BJ. You feel me? His favorite player was KJ, Kevin Johnson, played for the Phoenix Suns. But so BJ Armstrong was my favorite player. So I had love for the Bulls too. I rooted for the Bulls too. You know what I mean? So to me, growing up, and our team, we kind of modeled ourselves after the Bulls. We had the black and red. You know, we was like the baby Bulls. We had the black and red, you know, uniforms, the red jerseys, the black jerseys, you know what I mean? Like, with the same model and design, how the Bulls was, except for we was Panthers, the Menlo Oaks Panthers. So, nigga, I remember, you know, growing up watching the Bulls and watching WGN. This how big Michael Jordan and the Bulls was. They were so big that WGN is a TV station in Chicago, and they were so big that WGN became aired all over the country. So what that's basically saying is that's like for us out here in the Bay Area, we got CSN Bay Area. So that would basically mean that when the Warriors ain't on a national TV game, which is rarely, but when they don't play all of their 82 games a year. They don't play every game on national TV. They probably on national TV for half their games, 40, 50 of their games out of the year. But the other 30 or 40, you know, they're not on national TV. So that would be like the local broadcast of the game being, you know, televised all over the country, so everybody could see it. Like I was able to, you know, be in East Palo Alto, turn on my TV, you know what I mean, and it was like channel, I forget what channel it was, but you know what I mean, and when the Bulls was playing, even when the Bulls wasn't playing, you could go to WGN and just watch whatever like I'm in Chicago, you know what I'm saying? But that's how big you know what I'm saying? Like that's how big Michael Jordan was. Like he like to where, you know what I mean, like local teams, you know what I mean, and local broadcasts don't get televised all over the fucking country. Like that's unheard of. But that's how big that they were. That's how big Michael Jordan made them. So what I'm saying is I get the same feeling as an adult watching these Warriors. You know what I'm saying? So it's just and it's all because of Steph Curry, man. But you know, it's not just because of him. He's the root of it. You know what I mean? You know, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, like I said, Iguodala, Steve Kerr, and what he brought coaching wise with his championship pedigree. You know, after Mark Jackson had built it up. You know what I mean? Mark Jackson deserved credit too. Everybody deserves credit for this, but without Steph Curry, none of this is possible, bro. None of it. So the fact that he has now been officially crowned three-point king, greatest shooter of all time, the GOAT shooter, and we gonna stop saying he's just the greatest shooter of all time now. That's another thing I want to say. It's like he's not just the greatest shooter of all time. He was one of the greatest players of all time. And I'm remembering what I was gonna say now. He get another championship. And if he get that championship, he's going to get the Finals MVP. That would be 4 rings. That would be a Finals MVP, finally. And most likely, he's going to win the MVP this year. And like I said, my reason right now, him and Kevin Durant is kind of like, at first he had a lead. He had a solid lead. A couple weeks, he's kind of came back down because he ain't really played as well shooting-wise, you know what I mean, because of chasing the record. But I think they're going to factor in the fact that he broke the record, and they're going to factor in the fact that You know, that's an achievement in itself within an MVP season. He already had the lead. And even though Kevin Durant may have caught him a little bit by how consistent he's still been playing, you know what I mean? The fact that Steph Curry's play has maybe dropped because he was achieving a record like this, you got to factor that into the MVP. And like I said, the fact that his impact on winning, and his impact on even this year, it's easy for people to get back. It's easy for people to get back into the mind frame of the Warriors being this great team again. But we got to remember, coming into this year, because it's easy for people to get back into that mind frame of thinking that because of what they have been for almost going on a decade now. But we got to remember, the past 2 years we wasn't good, for obvious reasons. And coming into this year, nobody expected. We're what? I believe we are 23-5 now, or 24-5, something like that. Nobody expected us to be this good. I think people maybe expected us to be a team, kind of coming back, uprising again. You know what I mean? Maybe fourth, at that fourth, fifth, sixth seed kind of range. But I said before the season, I got the receipts. It's on Facebook. I said 60 wins this year for the Warriors before the season, 60-22. Niggas laughed at me. 60 wins, this nigga, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not just no fanboy, bro. Yeah, I'm a fan of the Warriors, but I ain't just no fanboy, my nigga. I truly believe this, and I go off what I see. You know what I'm saying? I'm going off of, I also was going off of how they ended the season last year. Y'all gotta remember, they ended. Now I know with the play-in shit, they didn't technically end the season well. They lost their last 2 games of the season. However, in a normal year without the play-in and all that other shit, they would have made the playoffs as the 8th seed in a bad year. You know what I mean? And their record was 39-33. So it wasn't like, that's a game away from 40 wins, going 40-32. Like, so it wasn't like, what happened was we started out the year horribly. If y'all remember the first 2 games last year, nigga, that first game of the year, nigga, we got blew out by the Nets by like 40. And niggas is like, oh, it's over for the Warriors. It's over for Steph. These niggas it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? And then that next game, we played the Milwaukee Bucks, and they blew us out. Not by as much as the Nets blew us out, but they blew us out. And all it was just the beginning of the season, man. They just have to, get things going and then our third game of the year, we played against the Bulls, and we won that game on a buzzer beater by Damian Lee. And I think getting that win is what kind of, because we still got blew out a few more times, after that. But that first win kind of got it to where they could at least start believing that they could win. Because, it was looking bad. Before the first 2 games, it was looking like we was going to be the worst team in the league. And we ended up not being the worst team in the league by the end of the year. And then, not only that, this nigga, Steph Curry, bro, ended up in the MVP. He probably should have won the MVP. You know what I'm saying? He ended up being what? In one of the finalists, the top 3. Now, I understand him giving it to Nikola Jokic. That's a bad boy. Okay, so I understand that, but Steph Curry was the MVP last year too, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it's it's all good. You know what I mean? Ain't no thing. You know what I mean? It ain't no big deal or nothing like that. The fact that he was a finalist and in the top 3 with a team that, because usually, your team has to be one of the top, at least 2 or 3 teams as far as record wise in the league to be considered for an MVP unless you're just doing something that ain't never been done before, i.e. what Russell Westbrook did when he averaged a triple-double for a whole season for the first time since Oscar Robertson did it a few years back, and he won MVP. But they had I think that year they was 45-37 or some shit like that. So they had ended up only like 7 or 8 games above 500. And that's not a bad team, but that's not one of the, great teams even in the league or even in your conference. Because like I said, I believe they were like the 6th seed that year. So usually the MVP ain't coming from the 6th seed. It has to come from the 1st or 2nd seed, probably no lower than the 3rd seed. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he was even in the conversation last year, bro, that say a whole lot. You know what I mean? So by the way we ended the season last year, I knew we was gonna be great this year. I already knew it. I just, you know what I mean? It did feel good for them to get that first win against the Lakers this year, and then and so they got off to a good start. And I knew that I was like, all we gotta do is get off to a good start this year. Fuck starting out 0-2, 0-3. You know what I mean? Let's start out 2-0, 2-1, 3-0. And that's exactly what the fuck we did. You know what I'm saying? And it's just been going from there. So it's easy to, like I said, fall back into that mind frame of the Golden State Warriors. And they're this great team. But we weren't expected to be this coming into this season. Just like we weren't expected to win no championship and be what we was coming into the 2014 season, 2015 season. Hence, history is repeating itself. History is repeating itself. So, yeah, man. So, like I said, if he get another championship, he's gonna have. If he get another championship, he gonna get the Finals MVP. That'll be 4 rings. If he continues on doing what he's doing, and he don't drop off too much more the rest of this year, he's going to win the league MVP. That'll be 3 of those. So it'll be 4 championships along with a Finals MVP, along with 3 league MVPs, and the greatest shooter of all time, and the leader in the leader in the the 3-point record and all that, and all the other records that he got 3-point wise and shoot wise. I don't know how he don't crack top 10 all time if that happens. And all of those things can happen this year. You know what I mean? All he got to do is win an MVP and win not all he got to do. If he wins the MVP and wins the championship this year, or if he win the MVP this year and don't win the championship until next year, or if he win a championship this year and then don't win, and then win an MVP next year, whatever. As long as both of those come, which I believe all of it is gonna happen this year, he's in the top 10, bro. Like, how you keep him out? I mean, you can make an argument. I mean, everybody got their opinions and shit, but I mean, as far as what he's meant to the game and how he's revolutionized the game, see, because he'll have the same amount of rings as LeBron. Same amount of rings as LeBron in far less time and tries, and only 1 less league MVP if he get to 3. And he would have beaten LeBron 3 out of 4 times. And it would be a championship without KD, 2 with him, and then another championship after him. So, I mean, bro, another championship would just so validate. I mean, he don't need no validation. He's already validated. But another championship would just like really validate. Now, I'm finna get off this live. But just but I want to say this before I get off. Just off subject. I'm finna go into this one little establishment real quick and pick up some shit. You know what I mean? Because I'm working right now. And I just want to say, I'm in a big ass parking lot on a Wednesday with hella open parking spaces. Anytime I go anywhere that has like a huge parking lot, I always park like away from everybody else because I just don't like. I don't want to. I don't have to park in the front just to park in the front just because I'm lazy to because I want to be as close to the store as possible or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'll always, you know, um, you know, either like park in the back or, you know, park, just away from hella other cars. And I'm talking like this because this nigga standing right next to my car. But park away from other cars so that because I just like having room and space to get in and get out my car when I'm loading my car up with whatever I need to load it up with materials, and when I'm opening my door I don't like having to squeeze in because somebody and the thing that I hate, and this happens to me a lot, I don't know why, maybe it's because you know I'm intentionally trying not to park next to people, so it's just my luck. Not all the time, but a lot of times, like this dude just parked right smack dab next to me. Okay, it's there are a lot of parking spots open. There are many, like a lot. I want to say hundreds, but um, I maybe not. I mean, maybe all around this motherfucker, it probably is a open 100 spots. But I don't understand with all of these parking spots in this motherfucking complex, why you choose to literally park right next to me when there are like another 5 or 6 parking spots, like on the side of me open. Like you could have parked next to the parking spot next to me, or next to that parking spot, or next to the park. Like, so now I gotta struggle when I'm getting out of my fucking car because this nigga done parked right next to me. I gotta squeeze out. You know what I'm saying? Because this nigga done parked right next to me. Like, I don't understand that. Like, why do people do that? But anyway, I parked all the way over here to avoid that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to avoid that shit. Look at this old meat bumpy face looking motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, it's a few parking spots to my left, so I'm gonna just move on over before I walk up in this motherfucker, man. But I'm already knowing that somebody gonna hopefully watch when I come up out this motherfucker. Somebody gonna be parked next to me again. But anyway, that's just some little shit. I had to talk quiet because this nigga was like literally right next to the car. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want this nigga to hear me. You feel me? Not that I really give a fuck. You know what I mean? But just out of whatever. But yeah, man. Steph Curry. Not only is he the greatest shooter of all time, he's one of the greatest players of all time. You know what I'm saying? To me, already he don't need to do shit. He's already validated. He ain't got to do shit else. In where he's at right now, if his career end right now, first ballot Hall of Famer, he's a top 15 player already right now. I could make an argument. I could make an argument with all his accomplishments, along with him revolutionizing the game. I could make an argument that he's top 10 already right now. But I'm extremely knowledgeable when it comes to sports, and I'm respectful. Okay, even though y'all might say, "Oh, respectful, huh? You be talking shit about LeBron James, and you be talking shit about Kevin Durant, this, that, blah, blah." I never said that. Now I might, and jokingly, a lot of times be like, "LeBron, you a bum," or "LeBum, or you trash," or whoop. I'm just saying that jokingly, bro. You know what I mean? Like I know I do feel like y'all overdo it and overrate this nigga, you know, a lot. You know what I mean? And y'all put the 2 on the 10. You know what I mean? And overblow how good this nigga is. But he's an all. I always said LeBron James is an all-time great player. I never said he wasn't. I'm just saying, why do you like? There's no harm in not being the greatest player of all time if you just truly not the greatest player of all time. Like, you not. I seen Michael Jordan play, bro. I seen him, and I've seen LeBron James' whole career. LeBron James is an all-time great, top 10. Okay, he's not the greatest player of all time, bro. He's not even top 2 or 3, in my opinion. Now, we can debate. To me, I don't give a fuck. It's your opinion. No, it's fact that Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time. It's fact. He ain't better than Michael Jordan. I don't give a damn. Now, if you want, to me, I've always said the greater debate, if you want to have it, the debate should not be Jordan and LeBron. The debate should be LeBron or Kobe. If you want to really have a debate with some shit, because ain't no debate with Jordan. He the greatest ever, bro. Just stop it. Just stop it, bro. LeBron don't want no parts of Michael Jordan, bro. Period. Like, he was not mentally ready to be on a court with Michael. Michael Jordan would have crushed him. Period. So, nigga, you struggled and you got punked by Dirk Nowitzki, and not that, you know. Now, I don't even want to mention Dirk Nowitzki because he all-time great. But nigga, Deshaun Stevenson and JJ Barea and Jason Terry, come on, you let them niggas get in your head and snatch your heart? Fuck out of here, man. That never happened to Jordan, even in defeat. Nigga, you ain't never snatched his heart. And what you think Michael Jordan would have done to you, boy? You know what I'm saying? So, but if we gonna have a debate, and we can, you know, argue and debate about if he's the second or third or fourth or fifth, I'll at least entertain the thought of debating it with somebody. But to me, he cracks my top 10. He don't crack my top 5. LeBron don't. You know what I'm saying? I got Jordan, Kobe, Magic, Kareem, and Larry Bird in my top 5, followed by, you know, Wilt Chamberlain, you know, Shaquille O'Neal, Bill Russell up in there, and then that's where I can start to throw LeBron in there. You know what I mean? Like LeBron and Tim Duncan and Hakeem Olajuwon, you know what I mean, to kind of round out, you know, my top 10, top 11. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, Steph and LeBron is on the same level, bro. Like, if both of their careers ended right now, yes, I could, you know, I'm not going to argue with somebody that want to say that, obviously, that LeBron James finishes higher all time than Steph Curry. I'm not going, but I'm just saying, to act like Steph Curry ain't on that level, you know what I mean? That's y'all fault for putting LeBron on that Jordan level. Like, he not on, like, Jordan is on the level all on by himself. But for me, that's where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? Just as far as I forgot why I was saying that. But I was saying that because I was saying with I could make an argument even right now that Steph Curry is top 10. But out of respect for, you know, because he got more rings than Hakeem. And to me, I got Hakeem like at like 9 or 10. I think I got him at like number 10 on my personal all-time list. And he already got more rings than Akeem. And I think he has the same. I think he has more. I think, how many MVPs did Akeem win? I know he won one for sure. He might have won two. I gotta look that up. But I want to say he only got that one. You know what I'm saying? So he got more MVPs than him if he only got one. And if he did get two, they tied up. And we got to also remember, one of Steph Curry's MVPs is unanimous. Nobody ever done that before. He's the only player unanimous to where nobody else got no first place votes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody say, yeah, he the MVP. Nobody else even need to, you know what I mean, talk about it. So that counts as something too. But definitely, if he get another championship, he's gonna get the MVP. And if he get another league MVP, I mean, he top 10 for sure. Top 10 for sure. That'll catapult him for sure past Hakeem Olajuwon, past I want to say past Shaq. Like, maybe, like, definitely saying, like, he'll be like no doubt, like, I could make a case for it right now, but he'll definitely be no doubt bona fide on the same level and tiers with like Tim Duncan and Shaq and LeBron. You know what I mean? And Larry Bird. You know, I mean, you know, if he get another one after that and get to 5, shit, nigga, you talking about now Magic Johnson and Kareem, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I know, see, for me, the whole thing with Bill Russell, I know he got 11 rings, bro. And I'm not trying to shit on that. I understand that he a legend, boy. He said he laid the foundation. You know what I mean? OG nigga, real pioneer. You know what I'm talking about? So I know what Bill Russell is. I'm just saying, bro, like, the level of play, who they was playing. He was playing against a lot of white boys, and I'm not, it's not but bruh, I mean, it's no secret that, most of us African Americans, we're just, black people, we're just more God blessed us with more of the athletic gene. Not saying that ain't no athletic white people, because there are. I'm just saying as far as when it comes to the main American sports. I mean, we're just more, when it comes to, running and jumping. I mean, we it. So that's not a slight, at white people or nothing like that. I'm just saying what it is. So, Bill Russell, you already more, athletically, gifted, than them. You know what I mean? You bigger, faster, stronger. And that's not to take away from the accomplishments. You can only play. And then on top of that, it wasn't as many teams in the league. You got to take all of that type of stuff in consideration. So for me, I know it might sound to some people stupid or blasphemous or like I don't respect, but I really just put Bill Russell in my top 10 just off of respect. I really feel like, you know what I mean? If Hakeem Olajuwon and Bill Russell go up against each other, I think Hakeem Olajuwon gonna win that matchup. I think if Shaq and Bill Russell go up against each other, Shaq gonna win that matchup. You know what I'm saying? Now, Wilt Chamberlain's a different story. He got the better of Wilt Chamberlain, so I can't say that. You know what I mean? Because they actually played. But I basically got Bill Russell on that Wilt Chamberlain, like him and Wilt Chamberlain's like equals. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people will put Bill Russell, top 3 or 4 or something like that. You know what I mean? And I ain't got no because it's a different level of respect there. So I understand that. But for me, I don't got him in I don't got Bill Russell in my top 5. So, you know what I mean? I got him in my top 10, depending on the day. I mean, I'm sorry, it just that's just, but I feel like a lot of these players were just better than them because they just were. You know what I'm saying? Just because of they played later, in a different time when medicine and y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Players are bigger, faster, stronger, all that type of shit. So, but I'm just saying, Steph Curry is in that he pantheon now, man. So shout out to Steph Curry for doing what he done. You a legend, boy. You been a legend. Can't wait to continue to see this nigga break more records and win more championships over the next 3, 4, 5 years. And I'm still enjoying it, man. And y'all salute this man. Give this man his flowers. Give this man his credit right now. You know what I mean? We witnessing something we ain't gonna never witness ever again. Not with this efficiency. You know what I mean? It's gonna be now, where he's pushed the game to. Yeah, it's gonna be players that make a lot of threes and all of the other shit, but you know, it probably won't happen as efficient as this. You know what I mean? Ever again. So I just wanted to say that. You know what I mean? Hopefully I ain't leaving nothing out. I talked for a long time anyway. I got to go up in here though. You feel me? Shout out to Steph Curry, 3-point champion, and champion. Champion in general. You know what I mean? And that's what we doing, man. Snax on Sports. I'll be back with some more videos.